Hey guys, collecting community here. Welcome back to my channel. And in this video, I'm going to go over a slab that I recently purchased. Like I mentioned, I was going to do. But remember, this video is rated M for mature. I'm going to be swearing. I don't want this video to be monetized. I have a whole fight with YouTube about it, but you can watch my previous videos to learn more about that. And also remember to press the like button. I really appreciate you guys' support. Subscribe if you're new. And most importantly, check out the Discord. You can get yourself deals. You can support the channel. But I'm going to start with some updates. Today, it is July 13th. Craziness is happening in the U.S. So we're having a presidential election coming up. And guess what? Trump got shot. And it was a close one. It was in the ear, so he's not dead. They didn't kill him, but he did get shot. And when can you think about a time that the president, right, there was an attempted assassination on their life, and that was almost successful, right? So it is crazy. It is a big deal. And the reason I could talk about this is because I don't care about this video being monetized. I want it to be demonetized or not eligible for monetization, right? So, and I can keep it real with you guys. I always will, always have. So that is crazy. No matter what politics, I hate the guy. I don't agree with the politics, but that doesn't matter. The significance, historical significance of something like this is kind of crazy, in my opinion. So that's something that is kind of big right now that's going around. And maybe if you didn't know about it, if you live under a rock, or maybe it was kind of late that I found out about it. Maybe you went to bed early or something. Now you know. Crazy. Anyways, I'm going to go over the state of the Pokemon TCG market. As you guys know or might know, I have this time capsule binder that then I am keeping track of in an app. So I get daily updates, weekly updates. And these are cards that over 100 cards that I think will move the most throughout the market, throughout the time. So the market movers, right? And a total of like around 11,000 worth in value, about 5 or so slabs. So mainly raw cards. So one thing I want to notice, that I noticed and want to mention, is what the fuck is going on with Greninja? This is what I always tell fams, that if once you think you know what cards are going to move up and this and that, then something like this comes up. The Greninja EX from the new set, Twilight Masquerade, right? Why is it 240 bucks? Why is it spiked? I'm gonna probably put a picture of this card. It is busy as heck. There's not a lot. It's a Greninja. It is popular Pokemon, but it's just with the pose and a lot of craziness going on in the background. So it is a very busy card, and sometimes it works. I'm going to give you guys 2 great examples of a busy card working. The Giratina V Alt Art, which we're going to take a look at in a little bit. Very busy, but the reason that it works is because the more you look into it, the more there is detail. So like it seems busy at a glance, but then the more you look into it, you see all these little things. It's like a treat, right? But with the Greninja, not so much. You look into it, it's like, oh yeah, it's still splashing around this background. Another great example of this working is the Magikarp, very recent example. And I didn't even notice, but this has the Gyarados in the background as well. So very busy card, and it's actually just a regular illustrated rare, right? So it's not even a secret illustrated rare, but it is really valuable because it's really sought after. People agree that it's a nice card. And when we talk about these cards, we were talking about collectors pumping up these cards, right? They're not like, players are not spending $240 for a card that they can find the cheaper version and have in their deck, right? So I'm not sure why collectors, if you guys know what's going on, maybe I'm missing something. I feel like it's almost like the new set comes out and then there's a rush from graders to try to grade the top hit, so they start to buy out, and then a lot of people start to believe, oh yeah, this should be worth $240. Why? I don't know. So that's something that blows my mind. I want to know what you guys think about that. What the hell's going on with that? But maybe it's just me being me. Maybe I'm missing. Maybe I'm missing the whole hype. So I want to know what's the hype. And then market movers, biggest losers and biggest winner. I'm gonna give you guys. Well, I'm gonna actually give you guys a picture of the overall status. And this picture here shows two modern cards, alt arts, Lugia and an Evolution alt art, and then two older cards, Mega Rayquaza, Shiny Umbreon. They end up canceling out some, the alt arts dropped. Generally, they've been dropping for like $2, $3. Some have dropped more. We're going to talk about the biggest loser in a bit. And then the older cards have been increasing for like $2, $3, right? Shiny Mega Rayquaza, Umbreon. So they end up canceling out. Now, overall, there is more down pressure than up pressure. So the overall have, I think, lost slightly in the 24 hours. Again, this is short term. I don't base my decisions based on short term. I base my decisions on long term of what I think will do well long term, right? So I just think this is fascinating. I want to share with you guys. Maybe it's some good buy opportunities, right? And then biggest loser is the Umbreon V alt art. It dropped $16 in the last like 24 hours. Insane. It's just like boop. Just decided to shit itself, go down in the market. I don't know why. I guess it was hyped by PokeRev. So I've mentioned this before. Be wary of a card that recently just gone up because it can go down just as easily, right? And then biggest winner in the short time span, less than 24 hours, Leafeon VMAX alt art. So I was just telling you guys, the trend usually is that alt arts are going down, but Leafeon VMAX is refusing to give in. It's like, nope, I'm going to hold it down. And this card went up $13. Very cool. All right, so that's kind of the status of what's going on. Now I'm going to take a look at the lot that I've recently picked up for my time capsule. Let's take a look. All right, guys. So as you guys have seen, I've been slowing down on buying cards, mainly because I'm trying to focus on graded slabs, which are definitely not cheap. So this is as much as I would normally pay for like some binder pages. So that's kind of what's been happening. And this is a card that's kind of been dropping, but I don't think it would drop more. And I like the price. Again, I don't really time it. So even if it was high, I would still buy it because in the long term, I think this card will do really well. So I ended up picking up a Rayquaza V alt art, and I actually paid $720, which so listing on eBay puts it around there, 700 or so. But then if you add tax, if you add shipping, it would definitely be way more than 720. So that's why I decided to go with the route that I did, which I bought this through social media, Facebook Marketplace. Really nice card, really clean. So the one thing about this Giratina is that the raw copy started at $300, right? And it peaked at $482. And recently it has traced back to $100 less. So a lot of the gains that it had, and it's the whole existence of the card, has pretty much disappeared. It is now at $385. It's closer to what it was when it started than the highest point. So I think it's interesting. I think it's a great time to buy this card. Now, the main thing about alt arts and my theory on all this, and I want to know what your guys' opinions are, is that I think in the long term, even though some of these cards are printed a lot more than before. Now, if you don't believe me that cards are printed more now than before, then think about Pokemon vending machines. I have one in my state. They get refilled a lot. Now, there are people that take advantage of that and want to flip it online. But I personally have bought from random refills. So I think Pokemon is just trying to be sneaky about it, but they are constantly refilling these vending machines and creating more supply out on the market for these sets specifically, right? Now, my theory is that even though there are more cards now of these, ooh, and I just ruined this. I'm gonna have to get a new sleeve cover for it. But my theory is that these cards are just going to be so much in demand that is going to increase the price over time. Because if you look at the history of Pokemon cards, this is kind of what we were experiencing for the longest time until very recently, where we're starting to see some crazy artwork. Now, in between these two is also good artwork. Sun and Moon alt art would be right next to these two, right? And I believe that right there, the Sun and Moon alt art has rarity and visually good looking cards. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on. Sun and Moon alt arts. You guys are going to see, like, already bought 4 slabs PSA 10 of Sun and Moon alt arts. You guys are going to see a lot more of that because I believe in it. They're rare and nice looking cards. Sword and Shield alt arts are very, very nice looking cards, but I feel like they're saturated. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the long term. So that's where I'm at with these cards, my logic at least. I want to know what you guys think. Press the like button if you like this video. Subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in the Discord. You can get awesome deals in the Discord as well. I'll see you guys next time. Later.